Back on. All right, Nia, I see you. You all are not going to believe. We had a power surge. Everything was shut down. And I said, I'm still getting on. Yes, I am. I'm getting back on. Yes, I'm back. Everything shut down in the whole entire building. Everything went black. Guess what? I'm not even focused on the devil at this point. God has been too good. He's been too faithful. I'm not afraid. It is on, okay? Yes. So at the end of this scope, what I was saying to you, do not be afraid. Do not allow fear to arrest you. Be free. Don't be tormented. Be free. Whatever it is you have to do to invest in yourself, do it. If God told you to create he gave you a business idea, some type of witty invention, whatever he's asking you to do, build new relationships. Wherever exit some relationships, do it. Go do it. I'm telling you, fear was in my heart because of my own future. A prophet who prophesies the future and yet was afraid of her own future. It's crazy. It's stupid. Like, this is how you know something is wrong. And so I say to you, don't be afraid of your future. Whatever God is talking to you about in this season of your life, go ahead, cultivate that thing, develop it, get trained in it. Stay in the secret place with it. Give birth to it. But don't be afraid. Have courage. Be bold as a lion. Don't be robbed of your power, your love, or your sound mind. Do no longer be tormented. Don't be uneasy with it. Don't allow yourself to stay in places and systems or relationships that God has already told you to exit from. Go build you some new relationships, honey, and just go. Just do it, because I'm telling you, it happened for me. My life has changed so quickly, and it's because God allowed me to get fired, okay, that he may hire me himself. So it's funny, because I probably would have stayed there probably a little bit longer. I don't even know, but he didn't even give me the option. I got fired. And then he still didn't let me go without. Sometimes when things happen like crisis, and usually I chose to be terminated, and usually you'll be like, oh my God, what are we going to do now? I didn't have a second thought like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I was like, you know what? I am just over all of this. I'm ready for change. I'm ready for a new way of life. And here's the kicker. I got fired on a Monday, went to a leadership retreat on a Wednesday. Apostle knew that I was going to resign from my job. On that Thursday night at the retreat, he asked me, hey, did you resign from your job yet? And I told him I got fired. And then he was asking me questions as to why. But then he says, hey, I have an assignment for you. I need you to fly out to one of the campuses, and I need you to teach. I'm like, oh, okay, that's you have asked me to do that before, but guess what day? Usually he sends me out on a Thursday or Friday, but this time I go out on a Tuesday. If I was working my job 9 to 5, there's no way I would have been able to go and travel and teach and do the very thing that I love on a Tuesday. Why? Because I would have been still sitting at a desk mad because I'm sitting at a place that I hate so much. And so there we go. Divine alignment and divine connection, all because I gave God a yes and I addressed my fears. And even though he had to give me a little push, I didn't cry about it at all. Actually, I wanted to have a party. And when I sent a text to Tiffany to say, hey, I got fired from my job, guess what she said to me? Congratulations. And so I am excited about this season of my life. So whatever you have to do, do it. Go get trained in it. Go build it. Go teach it. Whatever you want to do. You see my shirt? My shirt says, teach everything you know. I'm going to teach everything I know, and I'm not going to let no devil in hell stop me and make me feel like that I'm inadequate, that I'm too simple, that I don't have certain platforms. The devil is a liar. What I have is relationship, and relationship trumps a platform any day. A relationship with God trumps any platform any day. So that's what I have. I have a relationship with the Father. It will keep me out of greed. It will keep keep me out of lust. It would keep me from being insecure and intimidated and immature. It'll keep me from getting to a pinnacle and then fall on my face because I refuse to do some soul issue deliverance. So that I have a relationship with the Father. I know who I am. I know who I'm called to. I understand my assignment. I know my message. And I say to you, you better get to know him. If you don't know him today, find out what it is you've been called to do and do it fearlessly. Do it with courage. Do it with boldness. God is with you 100%. He will harden you even into difficulties. And even when the enemy rise up against you, it does not matter. The Bible says, though he comes at us like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord will lift up a standard against him. And he'll even cause him to be split 7 ways, even when he try to come in one way. And even when you even face any crisis in the midst of your journey with the Father, the enemy will come in and launch these attacks. But I tell you, even in the midst of attack, you better use Romans 8 when he said that these things, all of these things still work together for your good. Why? Because you love him and it is according to his purpose that you chosen. So even in the midst of that, everything is still working for you. So don't be afraid. Even when you feel like you're in seasons of hardship, I know what that looks like. Evictions, repos, whatever, you name it, I saw it. God will supply your every need. He's not a God that disappoints. He's not a God that delays. He's not a God that will bring you to shame. He's not a God that cannot hear. He's always hearing. He's always moving. But the enemy will make you believe that you're behind schedule. He'll make you believe that God is not hearing you. He'll make you retreat. But I tell you, do not allow fear to rob you. So that's my message from today. You need to move from fear to freedom. That was our number one challenge, that we were saying goodbye to fear. I said it, you should say it. Over 985 of you joined the actual goodbye challenge. And I am proud to say that many of us have said goodbye to fear. We have said goodbye to ungodly soul ties. And the other one was, we're not going to be in conflict with anyone because we feel like our desires have been unfulfilled. So many of us today are getting delivered from even the spirit of jealousy. We are on the right track, on the right road. And that's it. And that's all. You don't have to be afraid. God is with you. And that's my scope for tonight. Thank you for signing up for the Goodbye Challenge. And for those of you who signed up for the Crushing Mentorship, thank you for signing up. You guys are going to be blessed starting on Monday, January 9th at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time to 9:30. It is via conference call. Registration is still open. You can still register at KishaLcephus.com. For those of you that have been asking in regards to me keeping the registration open, it is open. So you can go ahead and get registered and reserve your spot even on tonight. For those of you who never heard of me before that would do the replay, who said that they wanted to, even for you that wanted to buy the prayer manual because you heard of the prayer manual but you really didn't know me, that is also at KishaLcephus.com. The manual is $15 and the Crushing Mentorship training is $97. It is for 4 weeks and I'll be teaching the introduction of prayer. We'll be talking about how to engage in a corporate environment. So yes, even those who are seasoned and lead others, you can take this class as well. We'll talk about the power of praying and fasting. We'll talk about the soul of the intercessor. We're going to talk about I'll teach you about prophetic intercession. And so if you still want to get into that class for the 4 weeks, and those of you had questions about the conference call, will there be a replay? Yes, there will be a replay. So you can still sign up today at www.KishaLcephus.com for the Crushing Mentorship Program. 4 weeks for $97, equivalent to $24.25. You are worth the investment. God bless each and every one of you. Don't forget to sign up even for the Fire Conference. It is starting on next week on January 12th through the 14th as well. Please do so. And that is at All Nations wa.com, or you can just download the actual app, the All Nations Chicago app. Talk to you later. Love each and every one of you. Bye, Rashida. Take care of you. Bye.